From Egypt to Mesopotamia, to India, China, to Cambodia, Indonesia, to Central America. Man's earliest megastructures are pyramids.
Isn't it extraordinary, if you're looking as a big historian, how the very large structures created by these civilizations are pyramidal in shape in different ways?
It's a profound mystery. How do civilizations with no direct contact, separated by oceans and continents, and often thousands of years, create almost identical structures? And why? Unlike roads and aqueducts, giant pyramids seem like a colossal waste, taking tens of thousands of workers, decades of blood and toil. The mystery is so baffling that some believe the only explanation is supernatural. But is there a secret trait linking all humans together, causing people around the world to build these megastructures? Big History connects this ancient mystery to our beginnings in the animal kingdom. The peacock's tail is what scientists call a costly signal.
A costly signal is something that, on its face, seems useless. Look at the peacock feather. It's a literal pain in the butt. It gets in the way, it's huge, it doesn't help you fly.
But on the other hand, if you are gaudy enough and beautiful enough, you're going to get the female. And so your genes are going to move on.
Everywhere we look, animals use costly signals to attract mates. And the human animal is no exception.
With humans today, you need a flashy car, you need a nice suit, you need a healthy bank balance. There's all sorts of signals that go on. Nothing changes.
Humans are programmed to respond to costly signals, not only for sex, but also for something else. Big History connects our common evolution to our common engineering. And returns to ancient Egypt, where the first pyramids appear 4,500 years ago. Enormous structures that are man-made, costly signals. The question is, what was the pharaoh trying to signal? The answer is in the timing.
When you start taking a big history point of view, what you start seeing is the really big megastructures come right at the beginning of the state.
For the first time, an all-powerful pharaoh has millions of people organized under his iron rule. Until recently, his subjects had a lot more freedom. And the pharaoh's afraid they might want that freedom back.
There must have been a sense of giving something up to work under a leader. There was a price to pay in terms of freedom.
The pharaoh needs to signal his power. to prove to his subjects that it is futile or even dangerous to rebel against him. A monumental megastructure might be just the signal he needs.
Look at how we can coerce so much labor, so many resources, and build this enormous thing. In many ways, these buildings might be ultimately useless, but they show, look what I can do. Look how powerful we have become.
So pyramids were one way for the earliest leaders to maintain absolute power. The timing is key to unlocking a global pattern. Giant structures appear at the moment when humans first begin living in large, permanent civilizations under one powerful ruler. But early megastructures have something else in common. They're not just big, they're tall. Height is key.
From a big history perspective, in every society, the biggest and the most awe-inspiring structures tend to be the tallest. What is it about building high versus massively horizontal that is a theme throughout history in construction?
Big history connects this basic instinct to our origins in nature. An animal is attacked and rears up to seem as tall as possible. In nature, height signals dominance. Animals assess each other based on an instinctive respect for anything that towers over them. In humans, the process starts early. A child looks up at his parents and instinctively obeys. That respect for height lasts a lifetime.
We even use the language of height when we talk about raising people up. We put them on a pedestal. We worship those on high.
Respect for height becomes imprinted in our behavior.
One of the things we want to know about in big history is what makes us human. What do all humans do in any society, anywhere? And one of the things we see is a desire to be awed.
Psychologists call awe a social emotion. It happens in the face of towering things that make us feel small, insignificant, and submissive.
Height inspires awe. It gives us a feeling of something so much bigger than we are, something that we can't control. This thing is bigger than me. I'm impressed by it. It somehow must be more powerful or dominant than I am.
So ancient leaders will try to awe and intimidate their subjects by building their megastructures as tall as possible.
You don't realize this until you get a big history point of view. When you zoom out and look at the entire human race, you see the same processes at work and you realize this is more than just culture. This is humanity.